This man's walking through his local mall and sees a Mexican bookstore, and he decides to go in because he's never seen a Mexican bookstore before. And he browses through the store, and finally he asks the clerk, "Do you have that book on Donald Trump's foreign policy with Mexico?" And the clerk's going, "Fuck you, get the hell out, stay out." And the man says, "Well, yeah, that's the book." We all know the old question, why did the chicken cross the road? And these are the answers from many famous people and present. Plato said, the chicken crossed the road for the greater good. Karl Marx says, it was a historical inevitability. Hippocrates says, because of an excess of light pink gooey stuff in his pancreas.
Okay.
Timothy Leary said the chicken crossed the road because that's the only kind of trip the establishment would let it take.
That's a good one.
Nietzsche said, because if you gaze too long across the road gazes also across you.
Ooh, that's
Oliver North said, national security was at stake. Had to let that chicken cross you. Albert Einstein said the chicken crossed the road. He said, whether the chicken crossed the road or the road crossed the chicken depends on your frame of reference.
Right there.
Buddha says, if you ask this question, you deny your own chicken nature. Salvador Dali said, the fish.
okay.
Why did the chicken cross the road? Darwin said, it was the logical next step to after coming down from the trees. I mean, seriously. Emily Dickinson, the poet, because it could not stop for death. I love that one. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, it didn't cross the road, it transcended it. Ernest Hemingway, he's known for his conciseness. He said, to die in the rain. Saddam Hussein says, the chicken crossed the road because this was an unprovoked act of rebellion and we were quite justified in dropping 50 tons of nerve gas on it. But Jack Nicholson said, because it fucking wanted to, and that's a fucking reason. The Sphinx said, you tell me. And Henry David Thoreau said, to live deliberately, to suck all the marrow out of life. And death, I guess, too. All right, there was in Montana this recent notice put up for grizzly bears. And it says, in light of the rising frequency of human grizzly bear conflicts, Montana Department of Fish and Game is advising hikers, hunters, and fishermen to take extra precautions to keep alert for bears while in the field. We advise that outdoorsmen wear noisy little bells on their clothing so as not to startle the bears that aren't expecting them. We also advise outdoorsmen to carry pepper spray with them in case of an encounter with a bear. It's also a good idea to watch out for fresh signs of bear activity. Outdoorsmen should recognize the difference between black bear and grizzly bear poop. Black bear poop is smaller and contains lots of berries and squirrel fur. Grizzly bear poop has little bells in it and it smells like pepper.
That's good.
Anybody who's ever worked a job, and I hope everybody in here at least worked one job in their life, a lot of them, why you can't come to work. Why I can't come to work today. If it's all the same to you, I won't be coming into work. The voices told me to clean all the guns today. When I got up this morning, I took 2 X-Lax in addition to my Prozac. I can't get off the job, but I feel really good about it. I can't come into work today because I'll be stalking my previous boss who fired me for not showing up for work, okay? Here's my dad. I'm stuck in the blood pressure machine down at the food giant. Yes, I seem to have contracted some sort of attention deficit disorder. And hey, how about them skins, huh? So I won't be able to. Yes. Oh, could I help you? Oh, no. I'll be sticking with Sprint, but thank you for calling.
Oh, my.
That was a bit all over the place.
Oh, my.
Constipation has made me a walking time bomb. Do you really want me there?
Look out.
I just found out I was switched at birth. Legally, I shouldn't come to work knowing my employee records may now contain false information. The psychiatrist said it was an excellent session. He even gave me this jaw restraint so I won't bite things when I'm startled. And the last excuse, my dog ate my car keys. We're going to hitchhike over to the vet. Hi, there's always mergers. Every day there are new mergers of companies and they're consolidating this and that. Here's some inside information about some potential mergers. Hale Business Systems, Mary Kay Cosmetics, Fuller Brush, and W.R. Grace Company are going to merge and become Hale Mary Fuller Grace. Polygram Records, Warner Brothers, and Zesta Crackers all join forces and become Polly Warner Cracker. Polly Warner Cracker, R. Polygram Records, Warner Brothers. Oh, I already did that one. 3M's going to merge with Goodyear and become good. A Zippo Manufacturing, Audi Motors, Dofasco, and Dakota Mining are going to merge and become Zip Auto Doodah, Zippity Doodah, Zippity Yay. Oh
my, what a wonderful
FedEx is expected to join its competitor UPS and become Fed Up. Fairchild Electronics and Honeywell Computers are going to become Farewell, Honey Chow. Oh, Grey Poupon. I love that ad where you drive up to somebody. I carry a jar in my car just in case I can drive up near somebody in a stoplight. But anyway, Grey Poupon and Docker Pants are going to become Poop on Pants.
You got any jelly?
Knott's Berry Farm. They make all those jellies and things. And the National Organization of Women are going to become Not Now. No way, Jose. And Victoria's Secret and Smith & Wesson are going to merge under the new name Titty Titty Bang Bang. So, this rural Frenchman's on trial for killing his wife when he found her with a neighbor. When he's asked why he shot her instead of the lover, he said, Monsieur, is it not better to shoot a woman once than a different man every week? That slut. One day a woman came home from work and her husband saw she was wearing a diamond necklace. And he says, where'd you get that? And she says, I won it in a raffle at work. Go get my bath ready while I start dinner. The next day she comes home from work. Diamond bracelet. Her husband's like, where'd you get your bracelet? She says, I won it in a raffle at work. Go get my bath ready. I'll start supper. Well, the next day he sees she comes back wearing a mink coat. He's like, I suppose you got that in a raffle at work. And she says, oh, yeah, I did. How'd you guess? Oh, go get my bath ready while I start supper. And later, after supper, she goes to take her bath and she sees there's only 1 inch of water in the tub. And she's like, hey, there's only 1 inch of water in this tub. And he says, oh, I didn't want you to get your raffle ticket wet. This couple goes to an agricultural show way out in the countryside on a fine Sunday afternoon. They're watching the auctioneering off of production bulls. The guy selling the bulls announces the first bull to be auctioned off. A fine specimen. This bull reproduced 60 times last year. Nudges her husband in the ribs and goes, see, that's more than 5 times a month. Second bull to be sold. Another fine specimen. This wonder reproduced 120 times last year. And again, the wife bugs her husband. Hey, that's 10 times a month. What do you say to that? And the husband's getting really pissed off. And the third bowl's up. And this extraordinary specimen reproduced 360 times last year. The wife slaps her husband on the arm and yells, that's once a day, every day of the year. How about you? And the husband's pretty pissed off by now. He goes, sure, once a day. But ask the announcer if they were all with the same cow. And no, they weren't.
Woo!
So the efficiency expert concluded his lecture with a note of caution. You do not want to try these techniques at home. Why not? Asked someone from the back. I watched my wife's routine at breakfast for years, the expert said. She made lots of trips to the refrigerator, stove, table, cabinets, carrying just one item at a time. Hon, I said to her, why don't you try carrying several things at once? And the voice from the back says, did it save time? And the expert said, actually, yes. It used to take her 20 minutes to get breakfast ready, and now I do it in 7. Don't bitch at me, boy, or you won't get breakfast. A group of kindergartners, they're trying to become accustomed to the first grade. And the biggest hurdle they face is the teacher insisted they couldn't talk baby talk. You need to use big people words, she said. And then she asked Chris what had he done over the weekend. And Chris said, I went to visit my nana. No, she said, you went to visit your grandmother. Use big people words. And then she asked Mitchell what had he done. Mitchell said, I took a ride on a choo-choo. She said, no, you took a ride on a train. Now you use big people words. And then she asked Buddy what he had done. And Buddy said, I read a book. And she goes, that's wonderful. What book did you read? And Bubby thought for a minute, and he puffed out his little chest, and he said, Winnie the Shit.
That's great.
My great-grandma started giggling at a barbecue, and when I asked what was funny, she said, everyone here's alive because I got fucking laid. Yeah. Someone just honked to get me out of my parking spot faster, so now I have to sit here until both of us are dead. Fuck those bastards. Now I'm going to bed early, not leaving my house, not going to a party. My childhood punishments have become my adult goals. You know, life's really short, boys and girls. You got to smile while you still got teeth. Just remember that. One of the best things about getting older is knowing somebody is an asshole before they even talk. And don't worry about getting older. You're still going to do dumb shit. You're just going to do it a lot slower. It's never too late to be what you want to be unless you want to be younger, and then you're fucked. Yeah. As you get older, you got to stay positive. For example, the other day I fell down the stairs, and instead of getting upset, I just thought, wow, that's the fastest I moved in years. That's great, man. Got down those steps in 2 seconds. What did our parents do to kill boredom before the internet? I asked my 25 brothers and sisters, and they didn't even know the answer either.